Okay. Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome again to another edition of the Logan's Hour. And today is promising to be another beautiful one again, as always. And to all of those following us out there, we want to say welcome again to the Logan's Hour. This person just looking for me. The person says, see how your hair shining at Let me tell you, it's really hot here. Trust me, it's hot outside right now. Sun is blistering. So to everyone following us tonight, I want to say today specifically is 6:49 in Indianapolis. I know it's like 7, 9, 10, 11 o'clock or after 11 in Liberia. And to those of you following us from Australia and other places around the world, we want to say thank you and always joining us. Thanks for always joining us on the Logan's Hour. So tonight promised to be another edition again. So I want you to sit back, enjoy yourself. We will have um, the health team going to be here shortly. The other day you heard we talk about Sis Miko Koke and her colleague. Um, they've been doing this health awareness. We've been talking about this health awareness all through, and they're going to be here tonight. And trust me, we're going to have a very beautiful conversation tonight. So you out there, you have questions about health and whatever thing you have question about, you can ask a question. It's important and it's helpful for our community. So before we go forward, let me just show you what I've been talking about. So this is the flyer for the health awareness program coming up on June 25th, Saturday, June 25th. So if you just joining, June 25th is going to be on Saturday. They're going to be at 5240 South Congress Street. You can also be part of this all important program because we have been talking about this for some time now, and there are so many things that are going to be discussed at this all important health program. So don't miss this program because trust me, you're going to learn a whole lot about this health program, and you're going to learn a lot more because those who in charge of this program, they actually know what they are doing. They know when it comes to health and safety, they are more equipped. Or those are you guys who want to know about your prostate glands and all the other stuff. Don't give up. Hang on. Hang on. You're gonna know more about this health awareness program that is coming up. So just when you're out there, try to at least share this show because I'm trying to also do that as I speak. So let me make sure I have it shared. There's other people who live in Indianapolis or around the world benefit from what the experts have to say to us tonight. And we also have the young scientist following as well, Mr. Jeremiah Saleh. He will be uh, sitting where he's sitting on campus or maybe in Indianapolis currently. So he will also be chipping in maybe some expert opinions. Maybe he will tap a question and send his question in, or maybe just sit and watch. Uh, all right, so I'll be sending the link shortly. They will be joining us shortly, as always. And trust me, tonight going to be. You heard about the vice president of the Liberian Association, Miko Koke, and patient. They're going to be here tonight, so they're going to be a very good one to be part of because tonight promised to be good as always. So let's let's support um, this health team. They have so much in store for us. They have so much good things to say tonight to the rest of the community and those outside the community as well. So we look forward to having a very fruitful conversation tonight. So as we wait on them, they're going to be here shortly. So I say sit back, enjoy yourself, and we're going to entertain we will entertain a lot of questions from those following us. So if you're following us tonight, you can also ask your question. If you have series of questions, don't hesitate. Your questions will be asked. Your questions will be asked here, and for For those of you who don't have questions, you can also just follow the program tonight, and let's have a very good conversation. You know, there are so many things going on back home, and I thought to talk about some to throw some light on them tonight. But when the health thing leave, because they won't be here for too long, as I stated, they're going to be here for at least maybe an hour or maybe 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, depending on the the barrage of questions that are going to come from you people out there. And I know some of you out there who know about the health issue. You're going to ask your question. And those of you who want to know more about your health, most of those guys up there who don't know about the prostate glands, we're going to talk about prostate. We're going to talk about uh, diabetes. So there are so many things we're going to talk about here, and the team going to be here shortly. We have Sis Miko Koke. She's going to be here with her team member, patient. So sit back, ask your question. We look forward to having a very good interactive discussion. We look forward to seeing the rest of the folks in the community asking a lot of questions because these things are helpful for our community, and we look forward to having this all important conversation tonight. So, if you're just joining us again, you are on the Logan's Hour, and tonight we're going to be in conversation with the healthcare people from healthcare or the health field. And on Thursday, we will be back here again. We will be in conversation. This one, a big one. We'll be in conversation with the president of the Liberian Association of Indiana, Mr. Rufus Stati. On Thursday, Mr. Rufus Stati going to be here. So those of you living in Indianapolis and around Indianapolis, or specifically in Indiana, that's interested in hearing from your president to know what your president have for you, because currently Mr. Tati is ending his tenure by November or hopefully by October. Mr. Tati will be shifting all power over to the bull, and Mr. Tati going to be just a regular citizen living in this community as well as any other person. So it'll be the best time for you to always have your questions posted to Mr. Tati whenever he make these kind of appearances, because not very often the president make these kind of appearances. So if the president show up to talk to his people that he so desire, because we have the Judah 26 program coming up, and there are tons and tons and tons and tons of questions and people have surrounding the Judah 26 program. And a lot of people want to know what Mr. Tati's administration is up to. And there are some issues of the community concern that Mr. Tati will also be addressing here tomorrow. And some of my studio guests here tomorrow will be asking Mr. Tati some questions. They will be the host of the show here too. So we will not mention their names tonight. So they will also ask some beautiful questions to Mr. Tati. And we also ask that you following us too, who have some burning issues that you want to be addressed. You want to ask the president. You can also tomorrow, if you want, you can also send your text to the number you will see on the screen. As always, we place the number that you can send your text message to. This number will be on the screen. You can also send your text message. You can also place your call. So those are all important things to discuss tomorrow. So come in tomorrow and ask more questions. Ask the president of the Liberian Association more questions. So on July 9, 2022, the Yantis family, the children of Mr. John Yanti, will be appreciating their father, Mr. John Yanti. So those of you living in Indianapolis, John, let me say John said July 9. July 9 is right next door. Today is the 14th, so you better start saving the date. July 9 going to be on a Saturday, so you have 3 Saturdays from now going to be July 9. So July 9, the Yanti family will be appreciating their father, John Yanti. For some of you who don't know Mr. John Yanti, he's a quiet man. I'm sure some of you are not familiar with him, but just ask somebody to him who you would just say, "Oh, I know him now." The man who born a beautiful wife that Mr. Jeremiah Sele have today, Patient Yen and Patient Sele. This is Mr. Jeremiah Sele, father-in-law. So the family members and his children, his relatives, and the rest of the other family coming together to say, we really do appreciate you. We would like to appreciate you for your hard work and dedication to this family. So, Mr. Yanti, it's going to be at 8 o'clock p.m. and you're going to start 8 o'clock p.m. and ends at 1 o'clock a.m. You're going to be at 3740 Lafayette Road, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46222. So those of you living in Indiana, I know you people know Mr. Yanti, and we are encouraging all of you people to show up to Mr. Yanti appreciation dinner, and let's appreciate him because he's a good man. Good people deserve to be appreciated, and he's one of those. So tonight, like I stated, we have two people, two distinct personalities in our studio here tonight. Going to be the vice president of the Librarian Association of Indiana, Sis Miko Coquette, and she will be joined by her colleague, patient. We also join her tonight on this all important program that we have been talking about, the healthcare day that is coming up. We told you people about this healthcare day that will be coming up on June 25th. And we are asking everybody to be part of this all important program on June 25th. We're going to be 5240 South Congress Street, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46217. So all your questions you have about the healthcare day that you want to know about, you can also ask those questions. And just a second, let me bring in one of the guests before I can just go and fall. So let me bring one of the guests in. How are you, Miko? How are you?
Hi, Mr. Logan. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh, I know you are all and about.
Yeah, I'm still driving. I'm on my way from work,
Oh
but
my goodness. My
but that's
goodness. Yeah, your boss is also following here. You see here?
okay. Yes, 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 yes.
Good evening,
I
Mr.
know.
Tati. Good evening, Mr. Tati. So
Yeah.
we will also have your boss on Thursday. Mr. Tati going to
Okay.
be here. The people from the community going to hear from him. He's going to touch on issues concerning the community and whatever. You know, presidents, they has a way to speak to barrage of issues confronting the community. So we look forward to having a fruitful conversation with Mr. Tati on Thursday. And today, you people are here for the whole different thing. It has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with health.
Yes,
So
you're
those of
right.
you people following us tonight, we want to say, please tonight, let's stick to health. The day she wear her political garment and come here to say, I'm coming in my capacity as vice president, we're going to talk politics. But tonight, we just want to deal with health and health-related issue only, please. So you're going to be joined by patient later on, or she's
Yeah,
still
she should
working?
be trying to, get online now.
Oh, okay. I think
Yes.
somebody tried calling me. Maybe that could be her. Let me see this person. But anyway, let me just give you the chance to introduce yourself while I'm trying to make some connection with her and see. So you can just
Okay.
go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, Mr. Logan, as always, I want to say thank you for always being so ready to have us on your show, especially when it comes to critical issues like one of it like healthcare, to talk about why it's important and why our community needs to hear about health and what we can do to have a healthy community. Yes, we need peace, we need unity, we need all that. But if we don't have good health, we can't function together. Because I always hear people say, our greatest asset is our health. And I agree with that because if you're sick and can't move about, everything else doesn't mean anything. So that's why we're here today. And I just also want to say thank you to the president of LAII for always being so supportive when it comes to, getting out there and doing anything that we can to support our community. Because when we first started, one of his, something that was on his agenda was to educate our health, I mean, our community about healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talked about, finding a date, he was like, you know what? Let's go for it. Even though we have been delayed by COVID in various aspects, but at least we're about to get out of, we're about to leave office. And the most we can do is leave a very important message with our community that we so love, you know? And what message besides unity, what else can you teach your community? Is how to live healthy. I really don't want to say too much. I know my colleague is trying to get on, but Miss Patient Carter, she's a very shy lady, but that woman has a lot of energy. She does so much for the community. She cares about people, and she's the forefront of this whole thing. She's actually the president, the chair of the Liberian Healthcare Association of Indiana. So I really want her to come out and pour her heart out. I don't want to take away the platform from her. But tonight we're just going to be educating our community about health, men's health, women's health, why is it necessary? Mental health, something that is so overlooked, but yet very critical. We're going to be talking about all that because that's what's going to be happening on that day. We're going to have our very own Dr. Guancoy, which is a dentist. He's going
Mm.
to be yes, he's going to be talking about oral health. Why is it important? Why it shouldn't be ignored? So that day, I hope people will show up because it's going to be loaded with all kinds of information that somebody can learn one or two things that can make a difference in their health. So like I said, I hope. Do you want to reach out to her and see? Hopefully, she's not having a hard time because I
Yeah,
really don't want to.
I think
Yeah.
so because I tried reaching her. I sent her the link again just now, so
Okay.
maybe she's trying to connect. Let me see what's happening to her right now. Maybe the people hear her.
Hello.
Patient, how are you? This is Philip on the Logan's album.
Hi, Phillips.
I'm okay. How are you?
Good.
Are you trying to connect?
Yeah. I'm taking my daughter to the car, and I will do that.
All right. So tonight, you and the vice president are going to be in call. All right.
How long is that gonna be?
Maybe 30 minutes, 35 minutes. It depends. The duration of the program is resting on you and the vice president show up tonight.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So it depends if you expound very well, you go so deep. Well, we can say 3 hours. If not, we can
Oh.
say 2 hours. If you decide to be short, we can say 1 hour.
Yeah. Let's stick to 30 minutes.
That's beautiful. All right. We look forward to you connecting
I'll see
shortly.
you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So that's patient quarter.
Yes.
So patient Carter putting her daughter in the car. She's going to join us shortly. As you stated, you talk about patient Carter today. Maybe I have seen her. If she come on
Hmm.
right now, I'll be like, oh, this is a patient Carter. But I don't know her name to be patient Carter. Honestly,
Okay.
honestly,
Okay.
and a lot of people out there too don't know the brains behind our community too. So
Yes.
I'm very happy that you of all person trying to find the brightest of the community to expose them. At least let people know that these people have been working behind the scene. At least
Hmm.
let's this time around they have to be seen. We have to expose them up there. We have to make them to get involved with their community because, like you
Hmm.
said, you're a shy person. If you haven't said that, I won't have no.
And she only have no.
Yeah, yeah. So now
Yes.
I'm blessed that she will show up tonight. Other people see her do that 26 and walk to her and shake her hand and say, "Hey, thank you. We know
Yeah.
that you have
And
been
it,
working behind the scene." Go ahead.
yeah, and the thing about her is, she's very humble. So
Okay.
she's, and to me, that's very attractive. That's a characteristic that I look for in people. She is a very humble person. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, but her work speaks louder for her, you know. So, and I think that's what you guys are going to see tonight. She's a very shy person, but what's inside of her can attract anyone. And that's why, she's the right person for this very, very healthcare that we're trying to, organize and hopefully execute and implement on come the 25th of this month. And I really, really, like I said, I urge
Mm-hmm.
everybody to be there. And anyhow you can reach out to us to support us, please be there. The churches are on board. Pastor Chris, he's one of those. There is not a day that I reach out to that man for something so important that he turns me back. Because when I said to him, I said, Pastor Chris, we
Mm-hmm.
need a venue. He was like, oh, and he was like, you know what, I'm on board. And besides, I need to be a part of this because men, and he was more on the men because I guess, maybe he has some experience with it.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, the men on board, I need to speak to the men when it comes to, men's health. If it's just getting an annual physical, do it. Go, even if you go into the dentist twice a year, do it. Because I'm just speaking from my own observation, and I
Mm-hmm.
stand to be corrected. But I think sometimes the men kind of minimize their health. So it's time that we raise awareness as to why we need healthy men in our community. We don't want our men to be sick. So that's one area that will be stressed on that day. So women, please push your husbands to come out, to hear something. We're going to be checking your blood pressure. Wherever your blood pressure is, we're going to tell you what it means and the implication of that. So here goes the very dynamic Miss Patient Quarter. Welcome, my dear
Miss Patient Carter.
Mrs. Patient
Hello.
Quarter. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
Mrs. Patient Carter.
Mrs. Sorry.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I don't know for the second, third, fourth, or I have seen you, right?
I think so.
You see that? That's what I tell you.
I've
But
met your wife though.
oh yeah, okay. My wife, she been here. She moved to Indiana when she was much smarter, so everybody knew her. Well, I'm excited that we have you today because trust me, I was just talking about you when the vice president said you are a shy person. You really don't come out like that. But tonight we grab you. I can say that for sure. And we're about to open your storeroom to know everything you have for us when it comes to health. When it comes, I'm trying to make some connection to Pastor Christopher Falafaya as well, since he also encouraging people to talk about more men health. So I was trying to reach out to him. I said, Mr. Fala, you want to join the conversation and talk about the men's side of it too? But I'm still trying to send him the link as well. If he want to join, he would join us. But I'm glad you joined us, and you say you just want to be here for at least 30 minutes because you're taking your daughter up. I know right now it's hot out there, sun is hot. Our children looking at how to take them to the park, take them to the mall, take them other places. So we ain't gonna be here for too long. But before we can go so far, we want to say thank you for leaving your busy schedule. Thank you for dedicating your time to our community to talk more about health. And the vice president already said it. She said your health is your wealth. You can have all the money in this world when you're not healthy. No money means nothing to you.
Yep.
So, patient, we want to say please introduce yourself to our audience. So, those of you that don't know patient, I'm about to make her go solo so you can see her face for yourself.
Oh wow. My name is Patience Quarter. I have been in Indiana for years, since 2007 to be correct. I'm a RN. I started in respiratory nursing and then I end up in surgical and right now I'm just in med search slash PCU. Um, that's about it with me.
Okay. So I'm sorry about that because I sat down by myself like the vice president said it already. She's shy. When you make her go solo, you just gonna cut her speech short. All right, so that's good. So I will go back to the vice president. So, Madam Vice President, uh, can you talk more about this all important program coming up? Why should people come to this program on the 25th of June?
So, like I said briefly,
Mm-hmm.
this is something that, we thought about it, and based on things that have happened in our community, especially when it comes to, I mean, it's all ages, but mainly our elderly population, our men and our women. You
Mm-hmm.
know, a lot of us have blood pressure issue. We don't know how to manage our blood pressure effectively as African. That's something that needs to be, brought to light so people can be aware.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people walking around maybe, with high blood pressure. They don't know that. They're pre-diabetic. What does it mean? What does it mean for a man to go and have a health screen yearly? Whether it's a prostate check, anything. What does it mean for a woman who is at that age to have a mammogram? These very different things. And if you're out there and you know something about this and you want to get involved, come on, let's do it together. But I think that our community will benefit from it, and knowledge is power. The
Mm-hmm.
more knowledge you have, the more you're able to function. Ignorance is a bad thing. And
It's
when you're
true.
ignorant about your health, then it's even worse because anything can happen. There are preventive measures to things that can be caught early and therefore being taken care of before it escalates to something or it exacerbates to something bad and unable to treat. So this is why it's important for everybody to come out. And like I said, I don't want to steal the platform from Miss Patience because she's been working really hard to
Mm-hmm.
come up. But I'll just let her to expand on that more and tell us more also from what she has been, doing and putting together for us.
All right,
Thank
Miss
you,
Patient,
Mr. Logan.
can we hear from you as well? Thanks so much
Yeah.
to you, Madam First Lady. Let me say,
So
Madam Vice President.
basing off of what she said, one of my thing with my background in public health, preventative care, that's one thing we need to focus on. There are a lot of us that do not know if we have diabetes, if we have high blood pressure. We're passing around, walking, doing our daily activities, stress and everything. All those are
Mm-hmm.
factored into our health. So people coming on June 25th, we're checking your blood sugar. Is your blood sugar high? We're giving you a paper. You need to go to see your doctors. Like the VP have said, there are a lot of us who neglect ourselves, especially right now. It's all
Mm-hmm.
about our family. It's all about working. We're trying to provide. You have to be healthy in order to provide. If you're not to where your health is good, you won't be able to provide. So that's one of the things we said. And another thing,
Mm-hmm.
men, especially our African men, they do not like going to the hospital. Men will only go to the hospital when it's an emergency. We need to preach on that. You need to get your yearly checkup. We're not invincible.
Yeah.
Anything can happen to anyone. Our
Yeah.
health needs to be taken very seriously. So Saturday, we're urging the community as a whole to come. We need to be together as a healthy community. We need to come together to help each other. There are some things that I don't know when it comes to eating healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Other people can be there to expand on it. We're talking about prostate health. There, we have been seeing a lot of young people who are getting cancers. We need to take all those serious. Females, are we checking our breasts while we're in the shower? Are we checking for any lumps? We need to come. Someone who has expertise in that field can come and talk to us about it. We are
Okay.
just, I feel like we neglect our health, and that's something we need to preach. We need to take care of ourselves so that our kids can see us and learn. It's learned behavior. If your son see you going to the hospital every year,
Mm-hmm.
as he grew up, he's gonna say, oh, my daddy always used to go to the hospital at least for a checkup every year. That's something he did. That's something I need to do to make sure that I'm okay. If you don't do that, your child are not going to learn. We need to teach our next generation a better habit. Instead of just sitting in the house, we're just eating cholesterol, everything. We're walking around, and today if something happened, we say, oh, this person was the sandwich on this person, or this person died. But do we know what's the stem of that disease? Do we know if they had a blood pressure issue? Do we know if they had some clot somewhere that went PE? Anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we are preaching to the community. And I want to thank you for giving us your platform to invite people to come. And I really do hope that everyone comes Saturday, June 25th. It's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Pastor
Okay.
Chris Church.
Okay, Saturday, June 25th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So you just heard that from Mrs. Patient Carter, Joanne Carter. So, so Madam Vice President, I know more people have this concern about their health issues in terms of confidentiality. So, what are those things that you will be specifically looking for when it comes to the all important program on June 25th?
So, first of all, the way the setup is gonna be, we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have like whoever that will be presenting, we're gonna have individual tables.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say if you go to a table and you have your blood pressure taken, the next person, will be standing and waiting patiently for their turn. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever your blood pressure is, it will only be disclosed to you and that provider or practitioner or who that volunteer that will be checking your blood pressure will be speaking to you directly in a way that nobody, will hear what they have to tell you and what your numbers mean as far as your blood pressure or your blood sugar is
Mm-hmm.
concerned. So we'll have that individual table so that people can come and be free and be able to ask questions openly, and then they'll be able to get feedback from us so that they'll know, how to go about it. And like she said, wherever, we're not doctors, we're not your primary care doctors. Yes, we're
Yep.
healthcare practitioner, but the information that you will be gathering that day will be at your advantage for you to utilize it in the best way possible to bring more awareness to yourself and make yourself healthy. So if I'm checking your blood pressure and it's
Mm-hmm.
something that needs to be, referred to a primary care physician, now you will go with that information and go from there. So we will not be doing any treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, it's education basis. So as
Okay.
far as us going deep, none of that. So your privacy concerning what will be said that day will only be to you, and nobody else will be aware unless maybe you want to share it. But no, it's not going to be that way, and we're not giving medical advice. We're just going to tell you, hey, this is the number that we see and this is what it means. And you know what, we recommend that you see your provider based on this and this and this. That's it.
And I would
Okay.
like to
Go
add
ahead, patient. Go ahead.
that
Mm-hmm.
I know with us that's one thing too, but we have to remember we are always taught in the health fee about the hip hop law. So
Yep.
if it's
Mm-hmm.
something I'm writing your blood pressure down for you to have, it's not my concern to go and tell anyone. That's between me and you, and that's one of the thing with the health fee right now. We need trust. If we're trying to help our people, we need to make sure that we're not telling their business to every and anyone to just make them feel comfortable. And
Oh,
that's the goal that we're trying to get to where that day, if we feel like it's something that your blood pressure is high to where you need to see a doctor, we're going
Mm-hmm.
to pull you aside, talk to you, and get a way for you to go and see someone right then and there. It's not my concern to come and tell someone, oh, this person blood pressure is too high, what's going on? No, I'm just there to help guide you to the right step or to the right person.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. So, if you're just joining us, we are on the Logan's Hour. We are on YouTube and we are on Facebook as well. So you can log on any of those areas and watch Mrs. Joanne Carter, and we have Sis Miko Koke as well. She's the vice president of the Library Association of Indiana. They are here talking about health issues, and on the 25th of June, there will be this health awareness program coming up. And they also say that this awareness program is not to do anything in terms of being a doctor. They're just going to be giving health education and everything you need to know about your BP. And trust me, they make some recommendations that you can take to your primary care doctor. So let's go back to this flyer. This flyer talk about everything here you're going to be doing on that day. Everything. One specific area on this flyer that grabbed my attention that has to do with prostate glands. Most time when people hear about prostate glands, men as a whole, some of us we are totally in oblivion. We don't know what that means. So what do you mean when you say prostate glands? Why how do men know that their prostate glands is enlarging or whatever way?
you
Okay,
wanna go, patient? Go ahead.
I can talk.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, when it comes to prostate health,
Mhm.
like I said, you have just how a female is to go when she's taking shower while she's in the bathroom. She's touching her breast to feel for different different knots and bumps that's around that breast.
Mhm.
Or men while he's taking shower or laying down, he's supposed to do the same. Men can have BPH. That's an enlarged
Wait. Excuse me. Just for the public, men taking shower got to do the same. Do what?
to check. You're checking for any lumps. You're
So
checking for
he checking his private part.
but
Yeah,
any
his
different.
testes.
Oh,
Oh, his testes. Okay.
yeah, his testes.
Yeah, sorry, because a lot of people don't know when you say he had a check. So people be like, "Wow, check my ear. Wow, take it back."
Yeah. So they don't know what's going on. If you're going to the doctor, you're checking those things, you're checking to see if you have any BPH, if you have any bladder issues.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see if the doctors see anything that's different or anything that's abnormal.
Mm-hmm.
You can go through different tests and make sure and see. Like I said before, our young generation now are getting all these cancers at an early age. It's not like before that a lot we saw a lot of older people coming in with bladder cancer or prostate cancer. They're getting it young now. So why not grab the bull by its horn, go to the hospital and make sure that you're able to be around longer for your kids.
Okay, but if I just
And
ask more question on
and
that, do you patient?
let
Okay,
me
go ahead.
just go. I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to, echo what she said. So, like she said, when you're in the shower, especially for men, if
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to check your testy or your testicles. So when
Mm-hmm.
you're taking a shower, I hope every day you guys are looking
Mm-hmm.
and looking at the size of it. Because sometimes the way you can detect that, maybe one may be smaller than the other and it may look abnormal. So when
Okay.
you're used to doing it all the time and you look at it, you're like, okay, usually it's like this, but why is this one a little bit bigger and why doesn't it look equal? Why doesn't they look equal in size? Something is wrong right there. At least you will know because the fact that you're looking at it every day and checking for any type of abnormalities,
Mm-hmm.
that one day, God forbid, if something out of the ordinary is going on, because you used to looking at it yourself, you'll
Mm-hmm.
be able to see that something is not right. And a way that you can check is knowing the size. And sometimes the color will look different. So you have to get in the habit of looking, just like he said. And usually, most time when you're in the shower is the best time to do that.
Hmm. Most time when you are in the shower, it's the best
Or
time to do
all the time in the shower. You go in the shower, make a constant habit, make a deliberate habit to look to check and check your breast. So this go for both male and female. Females, check your breast when you're in the shower. Men, check your testes when you're in the shower
it. Okay.
because you can't see something that will stand out to be abnormal if indeed something is going on.
So if it is abnormal, you recommend the person call their doctor or go to the hospital as quick as
Or
possible.
go straight, call your doctor, set an appointment, or make sure you see somebody immediately. That's nothing to delay. I mean, it could be anything simple. I mean, something simple, but the fact that there's some type of change, it
Mm-hmm.
needs to be addressed. It needs to be, you know, look up into further to see why
Mm-hmm.
things have changed from the norm.
Okay. So I'm sorry about this because I'm a male, so I ask you most of the male questions too. So what if the person ain't know all of the signs? What happiness?
Patient, you want to go ahead?
You can go. You know.
Okay. So first of all, I mean, it's like ignoring
Mm-hmm.
anything that is abnormal will only exacerbate to something terrible. So why not go? Because maybe it could be just something, maybe it could be something like cancer. It could be maybe a cyst. It could be anything, but you don't know why it's not the way it was supposed to be. So I think delaying care and just be ignorant
Mm-hmm.
will lead to more problem. It can lead to more complication. So you cannot ignore anything that looks abnormal when it comes to your body parts.
Okay.
You have to go check it out because that would be neglect, self neglect.
Yeah,
That's okay. Go
and
ahead,
one
patient.
thing the VP said, you have to go because we cannot sit there and say, "Oh, this is happening. I'm getting this discharge, or this is my right testes is larger than the left," but not doing that's progression in the disease process. If it's a stage where,
Mm-hmm.
let's say, God forbid, it's cancer, if you go and get it to where they catch it early,
Mm-hmm.
That's better than you going last minute to time while we're dragging you with other symptoms, and the doctor is telling you it's stage 4. It have went to your kidneys or anything. So we always have to make sure if anything is abnormal, seek help. Do not wait for advancement.
Okay, that's good. So another thing again, I want to ask about. I see something here: stroke and heart attack. How do people experience stroke, and what causes stroke? Because somebody said to me, heart attack causes stroke. So I don't know. So let me ask you people who in the field.
Patient, that's your area. You want to go?
So I'm passionate when it comes to heart attack because I lost a grandma to heart issues. Stroke is basically causes by a blockage.
Okay.
So we need oxygen in our brain in order to uh, do activities or in order to function.
Mm-hmm.
If a person has stroke, that oxygen that's going to your brain is have stopped. If you're not getting oxygen, you do not breathe, right?
Yes.
So that cells are dying to where you're losing your function within that area of your brain. So it depends where it's happening. To where you will start to have slur speech,
Mm-hmm.
you start to lose your balance, you start to have you be confused and just getting weaker. So that's one thing when it comes to that. And your heart, I think what they're saying, because your blood is pumping from your heart, is going to your brain and is going to your vessels.
Mm-hmm.
So if something is happening to where you're having a heart attack, you're not getting enough blood, oxygenated blood to that part of your cell, and that's one thing. So what causes the blockage? We eat a lot of fatty food. Let's
Hmm.
just get it clear. We eat oil every day.
Hmm.
When we go, a lot of people talk about our cholesterol level. All those are building. It's almost like the toilet, the pump,
Mm-hmm.
right? The pipe. You keep sending hair in that pipe, it's gonna block.
Yeah.
So that's how our vessel is. We keep eating the oily food that's high in cholesterol. That part of your vessel is being blocked to where the oxygenated blood is not being able to flow within that, and that blockage causes us to have stroke. And that's one thing we don't understand or we don't pay attention to. Or even if someone said, "Oh, we need to walk, we need to just do some physical activity or eat right," we're always saying that while I was eating since I was little. My mom was eating this since she was little. She didn't
Yeah.
die. I would keep eating it until you're in a different country, you're in a different environment. Your mom wasn't probably as stressed as you were.
Yep.
So those are things we have to take into consideration.
Hmm.
And I was just going to add to what she said, and that's exactly what she said. She's correct.
Mm-hmm.
And to reinforce that, so those that have, heart issue among us, because I'm sure if you're on some type of blood pressure medication, you're a
Mm-hmm.
high risk for stroke. If you have diabetes, you're a high risk for stroke. If you're obese, so these are different diseases that one person can have that can even put them at a higher risk. So especially, those that know themselves to have these issues,
Mm-hmm.
come, because you can just it's something just as simple as maybe being compliant with your blood pressure medication, with your cholesterol medication. Be consistent, continue taking it, because when you neglect it, you never know what can happen. And those are things that can cause stroke among us. And like she rightfully said, pretty much there's a blockage somewhere, and that preventing the blood from flowing to where they're supposed to go. So just look at those factors. They kind of relate to one another. So it's not just one thing. Yes, one blood pressure, high blood pressure can do it, but if you have diabetes and all the other comorbidities that come along with it, you
Mm-hmm.
need to be very, very careful with your health. And
Okay.
like she rightfully said, diet.
So what do you make of those who drink energy drink on a regular basis, who work night shift and just keep drinking energy drink? Does that cause heart problem too?
Yes, you wanna go, patience? Go ahead, ma. I'm not taking your.
Patient,
Go
let's talk
ahead.
about
It's
it because
all up on
somebody
you.
working night shift every night drink 2 cans of Red Bull.
All
Mr. Logan.
right. So all those caffeinated drinks,
Mm-hmm.
you're stimulating your heart to work faster than it should. Even though you're
Hmm.
trying to stay awake or you're trying to work, I get it, I understand. But imagine you're drinking this drink, your heart's supposed to be going like this, but now
Yeah.
your heart is beating fast.
Mm-hmm.
To where you're sitting there saying, "Oh, my heart's beating fast. What's going on? I need to rest." That's not good. I'm not see, and that's where I always tell my patients, I'm not the one to tell you how to live your life, but I'm here to tell you what I would try to do if it was me in your position.
Mm-hmm.
The drinking energy drink, I get it. Everyone has a different lifestyle, but the the effects of it over time
Okay.
is hard on your body.
Thank you so much for that. Because
And
go ahead.
sorry. And
Go ahead.
just like she said, I mean, it could be as simple as coffee. You just sit down there, for some reason your heart is beating fast than
Mm-hmm.
the norm. That should tell you, okay, what's going on with me. Maybe sometimes it will beat for a while and then it slows down, but with age things start to get worse. So
Yeah.
if you're the type that drinking maybe 2 3 energy drink maybe per day just to stay awake, or drinking that coffee to be, I mean, I'm guilty too, because
You
leaving
drink
your house
you drink
very,
coffee a lot in the morning.
well, at least a glass, I mean, a cup a day just to keep me awake in the morning.
That's
But
good.
sometimes, just like she said, I feel
Mm-hmm.
it, and I know what's in myself as a healthcare practitioner. I'm like, okay, I know what this means. So sometimes I'll call back. But for those who don't know, this is a good time, to have that information available to you and be able to make a better decision when it comes to your health.
Hmm. Show up on the 25th, South Congress Street at Pastor Fala Church. Some of you who normally visit the Carry Tabernacle of Praise, we expect to see you people there, because this is very, very important. Because I asked the question about energy drink, because one time I remember I bought an energy drink and I drank just 1 can. My heart went like 100, then dropped. I couldn't believe it. My heart started to pump. I was like, what's going on? And later on, when I came home, I started feeling calm gradually. Gradually, I was like, this is crazy.
Hmm.
Yes, I'm so glad you were able to say that. And I know tons of people who work night shift, not just Liberian, other people who follow us. Some people from my church right now, they are following us on YouTube, because that's where they always follow the show. This information is very important for every one of us. Mr. Jan Volule also asking this question here. He said, what are the symptoms of stroke?
Patient needs some, but I'll let her talk so she
Yeah,
Okay.
can
so I think
elaborate
I
on that.
guess to where we're talking,
Mm-hmm.
my speech with you will start to be slurred. So I won't say some words, or I won't say words for you to understand. I will start to get weaker. I will
Mm-hmm.
start to get where I'm unable to see. So if I'm
Blurred
doing
vision.
something or I'm standing there washing dishes or doing stuff, I'm not putting the dishes on, my hands are not going in the right place. So blurry vision, slurred speech, weakness, to where I'm falling on the floor,
Okay.
right? So it's all those some of the symptoms that you already do look for in a person. I was just watching a video on YouTube about this guy who was having scrub. Basically, he was cutting
Mm-hmm.
his grass, and he could tell because the way he was holding the machine,
Mm-hmm.
he saw his right hand kept drifting, and he couldn't see. So he was able to say, okay, this is not normal, to where he went ahead and called the 911 for them to come and get him. And the doctor was saying he basically saved his own life. So those are just some symptoms to just watch out for.
Oh, okay.
And then, like she was saying, sometimes you can see the facial that
Mhm.
there'll be okay,
Same.
one side will be droopy, like you can tell that it's not the same. You see how your face just look norm, but if
Mhm.
somebody's having a stroke, one side will look droop. You have like a droopy face,
Yeah.
okay? And then you try to hold on to something, your grip is very weak. You can't get your words out, properly, and you're trying to say something, but it's not coming out. And usually, she will attest to that, because sometimes what happens, you will have those symptoms and they may go away, and then you think, oh, okay, I'm okay. No, still go to the hospital anyway, because there's something that it can just come maybe quickly and then it goes away. But if you don't go, when it comes back, it can come back even, worse, to where it causes a lot of, permanent damages. So once you see that you're having those weakness, those slur speech, blur vision, and your face, one side look droopy, get help. Do not ignore it. Because what happens when you get to the hospital in a timely manner, they will
Mhm.
be able to give you some type of medication to kind of dissolve the clots that is, causing that stroke, because there's a window of opportunity.
90
So
minutes.
if you, yes. So
Not the
if you,
meanings.
90 minutes. So if you ignore that 90 minutes window of opportunity, by the time you go, some of the, your symptoms that will cause stroke, that will cause, a much more, um what's the word I want to use for, like, patient, help me out. Okay? So that's a much most of your defects will be permanent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it will be hard to recover from that. So usually once you notice that coming along, get somebody, get help, and get to the hospital where they can act within that window of opportunity.
Thank you so much
And
to.
that 90 minutes
Mhm.
that we're talking about is from
Mhm.
you calling 911
One.
to you getting to that cath
Okay.
lot
Yeah.
Mhm.
for a doctor to see you. So everything, it has to be within that 90 minutes that they can able to send that TPN, which is what is going to dissolve the blockage.
Mm.
So basically, that's something that you will always see on every poster. You need to act fast.
Fast.
Okay. So why I say that most people when they suffer from stroke and recover, they always have part of their body paralyzed.
So that's what she was saying, right? You
Mhm.
have to have that, you have to be fast. So that window of opportunity for that doctor to give you that drugs.
Mhm.
If you're to where you delay, that progression can causes mobility issues to where you're going to be paralyzed or you're going to be weak. But if you're going there fast, the way they're getting on them, and plus it depends on the different kind of stroke that you're getting.
Mhm.
So if something that the doctor can catch on, you work with PT and other medical professional to where you can get to where you're better. But not everybody gets the same kind of stroke. There are different kind.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
just have to act fast. We have to know the symptoms.
Thank you so much. So we are in conversation with Mrs. Joan Carter,
Check
and
on patients.
okay, because the community need to know you. You know all the kind of information you're giving out tonight. Trust me, it's very sensitive. A lot of people sitting in their homes, they know some of them they having some of these issues. Some people I know right now they're going to minimize the number of energy drink they drink every night to go to work.
And
So,
beers.
oh, beer too.
We are coming to that. Yeah.
Okay, we
Oh,
coming there. We coming there. Now it's about to get interesting. So we are in conversation with Patient and Miko tonight. So we're going to come back in a split second and we're going straight to those that drink beer. Watch out. The Logan's Hour will be back in 10 seconds. Welcome back to the Logan's Hour. We are in conversation with Sis Miko Coquette and Patient tonight. So they just spoke about one of the most important and interesting part of the show tonight. And they said beer. I said beer too. So tonight, those of you who love drinking beer, probably going to be something that's going to interest you, or maybe something that's going to help you to leave drinking beer tonight. So I'm going to go straight to Sis Miko Coquette and let's talk about the alcohol part of this whole important thing. Why I said alcohol is more dangerous when it comes to these they help people in the health field.
But Mr. Logan,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. But like I said, I want Miss Patient to be the one to really spearhead, and I
Oh
can
my
just come
God.
into yes, because you see what she's doing. I don't want to,
Yeah,
because I feel like I'm always out there. But this
yes,
young lady, I want people to see
that's good.
why she's on this show,
That's
and why
good.
she's a very resourceful and she's an asset to this community. So please, patient, I don't say this to, flatter you, but I've always told you, and I just want you to float. Let me sit back
Yes.
and
All right.
you,
So, patient,
go
we
ahead.
have people all around the world watching you right now. We have this program is on the Liberian Group chart, it's on the Ohio chart, it's also on Liberian's chart. A lot of people watching you on YouTube. A lot of people are going to watch this show after the show. You won't see a lot of people watching you live like this, but a lot of people watching you on YouTube and other platforms. So, right now, trust me, you have been multiplied by more than 50 around the world. People watching you. Shoot your best
Mr.
shot tonight
Logan.
on this Logan's Hour. From this point, the community going to recognize you. The community going to seize you to be one of the resourceful person in the community. Because, like the vice president said, a lot of people don't know you. Like me, I saw you one time. Your husband and I, we are friends. We play soccer together. And I think one time he introduced me to you. I was just kidding when I asked you, do you know me? So I never knew you were into this field. You are a health person. So let's talk more about those that drink beer. What about these people that drink beer? I think she's frozen. Oh, patient, you froze with a nice smile.
Can she come? I don't know what
Yeah,
she.
patient, if you're hearing us, you can go out and come back. I think she's frozen. Probably the ghost setting part of the road and her image. So patient, when you're hearing us, you can come in. So you can just keep talking to us about the BS of it, then she will come back in. I know she. All right. So the conversation is reaching to the real interesting part. And Tutu Makate, you say you can drink. You're addicted to Red Bull. So trust me, the Red Bull thing and tonight. If you're talking about Red Bull, so I know you're going to reduce the number of Red Bull you drink on a daily basis. Because after tonight, you won't want to drink Red Bull anymore. So, I want to say a very big thank you to all of those who following us out there tonight, to my brother Murray Consistent, and Tutu Makate, the Honorable President, Honorable Rufus Stati. I want to say uh, thanks for joining me again to our Vice President, Mr. Ernest Madison, and Mr. Kesali Akwe, Roland Akwe. Thanks to the president of the Indiana Young Men Association as well, Mr. Avinsa Bangila, and thanks to Sano Kamo for also joining us tonight. And thanks to our own Oma Annie Gibson. And thanks to all of those who always join the Logan's Hour. Trust me, you people are the cause we are here every night. And you people are the cause the Logan Hour stay in existence. And we are here to stay. And we are in conversation with two distinct people, like I said from the beginning of the show, people who have made some impacts in our community and continue to make some impact in our community. I want to say thanks to Mr. Elisha Tito Harris for also joining us tonight. And thanks to all of those who make it their duty to come and listen to these all important conversation tonight. And two of our birthdays in the community, we have the vice president and we have patient. So some of you don't know patient, but the vice president, she always come on here when she has some information. Sometimes, so she has been here I think 3 or 4 times now. So it's patient who this is her debut on here. So the vice president want for us to know who is patient and like expose patient out there. So patient could be a help to the community through so other many ways. So tonight I want to say thank you so much, Madam Vice President, for encouraging patient to log on. So you heard from her what she said. She having difficulties, right?
Well, even myself, I don't know. I somehow got disconnected, so I'm not sure where she's going through right now, but I'm sure she's trying to log back on, but
All right.
we
So
can continue the conversation.
yeah, patient going to log back on. So I just want you to talk about let me see if I can just call her again, find out if she having difficulties. Then she can just um keep on the phone and just talk to her more about this because I think she was requesting for 30 minutes. So we'll just use
Yes.
the alcohol part of it. Me, yeah, what she say? Uh, welcome the Honorable Crime Ambassador, Honorable Zion Glad Shea. All right, patient. Sorry, I was ready. So I was calling your phone.
As long as she's coming back on.
Yeah, I was calling your phone. I know you're having a little difficulties because you in the car and you're driving. So as you change location, so sometimes it happen. Moreover, when you're passing under those bridges, you lost signal as well. So, I know you requested for 30 minutes. We are about to close. We're just going to ask two more questions and we get out of here. So, I'm going to ask two questions, and the two questions are going to be a little interesting. I know you can choose to answer or you can choose not to. So, we're going to talk about the alcohol. So, what about the alcohol? What's the side effect of drinking alcohol? Because some people see pleasures in drinking it. Some people feel
Mhm.
temporarily it suspend your problems. And other people have to drink it for so other different reasons. Like one time I was talking to somebody about alcohol drinking, and the person said, but it's in the Bible. According to Proverbs 31:47, it said, let him drink and forget about his worry, remember his mystery no more. So I'm glad you people are here tonight for the healthy. So what harm does alcohol cause to the body?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you
Yes.
loud and clear.
Okay, so when we talk about alcohol drinking,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to where we're talking about cholesterol. Your cholesterol is gonna play into diabetes issues, it's gonna play into heart issues.
Okay.
So as you will see people with the beer belly, the
Mm-hmm.
so this person is breed and they're
The
drinking.
beer people already getting fair with you. You see that beer
Okay,
comment?
I'm sorry, y'all.
No, go ahead. That's good. It's important health information. We have to know about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when it comes to that, all those are causing different issues to where it's affecting y'all. It has to do with heart disease. We
Mm-hmm.
talk about building blocks for when it comes to stroke. We talk
Mm-hmm.
about diabetes. We
Mm-hmm.
talk about your nutrients, right?
Okay.
You're not
Mm-hmm.
getting any nutrients from that drink that you're drinking. Yes, it's for satisfaction, but those same things are causing nutrients.
Okay. So, so patient, can I call you on the phone since you're having difficulties with your internet? All right. So, can I call you on the phone saying you're having problem with your internet?
Yes,
Would
please.
that work? Okay. All right. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, patient. So, I'm going to call patient on the phone since patient is having a little difficulties with her internet. So she will be on the phone and you will listen to her more. At least we will get all the information. As Sis Miko Coker said, we will just focus more on patient tonight. Then Miko will only come in to buttress some of what patient will be saying here as well. So let's hear from patient as we go forward. All right. Can you hear me? Okay,
Yes.
everybody hearing you now. Just go ahead with what you were saying.
Yeah, so I was saying with some of the problems that alcohol causes, it causes us to have high blood pressure, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about blood pressure being high to where that leads to different heart history or heart disease. We're
Okay.
talking about stroke. We're
Mm-hmm.
talking about liver disease, which is one of the issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're drinking the alcohol, our liver being damaged. A lot of people have Hep C, all the stuff, the discoloration of our eye. Our eyes, some of us, It's not even white like it should be. It's yellow. You're looking at your eye, you keep drinking. Are you checking your liver to make sure that you're not having any liver disease? It causes digestive disease
Hmm.
because you're drinking. Like I said, those are not calories or those are not drinks or stuff that's benefiting you. It's hurting you every move. So
Okay.
that's what people say, oh, I can still drink my red wine. It's healthy. Yes. Are you drinking in moderation?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you sitting there and drinking a whole box of beer and they're saying, oh, I'm not drinking a lot? So those are stuff we need to watch out for.
Okay. So those that drink occasionally is also acceptable?
You said what?
Those that drink occasionally, is that acceptable as well?
I mean,
No.
you have to drink in. I'm not. Yeah, it depends on how much you're drinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much you're drinking occasionally?
Just sit there and just bench a whole case of beer once every 2 days, and then you feel like, oh, I don't drink every damn time. You're still causing
That's
damage over time to that liver or to your heart. So
Okay.
it just depends on how much you're drinking.
Okay. So can I ask this question? So what's the difference from somebody who drinking 12 can of soda in 3 days and somebody who drinking just a few bottle of beer?
patience. You want me to go ahead?
Says me,
So
huh?
I'm, yeah. So I mean, first of all, you're looking at what you're consuming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're looking at the alcohol and you're looking at the caffeine. And we just spoke. She just very well, eloquently said that the amount of caffeine that you take in daily
Mm-hmm.
can impact your heart health.
It's true.
So that is a fact that you can never get away from because it exists and it's true. And then when you come to the beer part of it,
Mm-hmm.
you're drinking all this beer and you are affecting your liver to where, your liver keep trying to, metabolize that liver. It keeps working. And as for that reason, you can develop fatty liver, you can have hep C, and then meanwhile, the cholesterol is also building up. So when you say, it's occasionally drinking, okay, I immediately said no, because what is your definition of occasional? You know what I'm saying?
So for
Because they
example, the
would,
weekend.
okay, weekend, that's a lot. If you're drinking 12 cases every weekend, that's too much for the liver to be able to handle. So if you're going to define moderate or occasional drink, then do it to where it's helpful for you. Because, and I stand to be corrected, I don't, but I think for females, I think 2 to 3 drinks per week,
Mm-hmm.
I think you're considered alcoholic. And then for a male, I think it's 3 to 4 drinks. I may have my number a little bit off, but I think it's somewhere around there. So if you're an alcoholic, you're prone to having all these comorbidities that you just named. Because as
Mm.
you drink, your cholesterol will go up, your triglyceride will go up, it will affect your liver, I mean your heart health, because these are the things that build up in our blood vessels, and it could impede the passage of blood to flow the way it's supposed to flow and gets oxygen to where it's supposed to be. So if you're drinking a lot and you're building a lot of plaque into your arteries or vessel, you can develop a stroke. So you have to be careful. Think about your health. Think about your heart, your liver, diabetes. And then if you're overweight, like she said, the beer belly, it's just there. It's
Mm-hmm.
true. Most people that have heavy, you know, central gravity, like their waist area, they
Mm-hmm.
are prone for cardiac disease, for diabetes, for all these things. So if you're not maintaining this section of your body the
Mm-hmm.
way you're supposed to, you're even at a higher risk. You see? And beer will do that to you. And then
Hmm.
on top of that, our diet, where
Yeah.
maybe we're not paying attention to it. We're eating the cassava, the tobogi, and we're eating it anytime. And
Yeah.
I'm not just speaking to even myself too. Everyone. So this is an education thing for everyone that cares about the health. You know, And one thing I do not want us to ignore, there's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be also be mental health, you know, topic
Yes.
on that day that will be addressed. I've been on this show before. We have
Yes.
spoken about mental health.
We
We
got
know the
mental health.
impact of mental health, and we also know how people are marginalized. People with mental health are marginalized. But guess what? Having mental health is no different from having a medical condition that needs to be addressed.
It's
So
true.
people need to look at that very importantly. They need to take it serious. Just because you have, some type of mental disorder doesn't mean you're crazy. There are different neurotransmitters that plays into that, and how you get to understand it and take care of yourself will help you. So we need to raise awareness.
Okay.
Pastor Chris, like I mentioned before, he's waiting to also come and educate people in that area. There are a lot of great people that are mentally, they're very inclined when it comes to mental illness. They're ready to give their best that day. So medically, mentally, please, everybody come and be informed.
Thank you so much, this Miko Koke. So, patient, are you stay there?
I
Yes,
think
yes,
her.
All
yes.
right.
Okay.
So somebody just sent this question to me, and let me ask you this question. The person said, "Do sex increase people prostate glands?" Why?
Also, that's so sweet.
Okay.
I'm glad.
Yeah, that's a question that just came in. Why? You
Yes, Miko, can you help me with that question?
Can
that's
you
a
can
big question.
can you guess? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we are hearing you.
Okay, so read the question says, can sex increase prostate gland? I think that this
Yeah.
are we talking about, prostate issues, because the gland is there, it's supposed to be there. Whether it increase it or not, I am not sure, because your glands are supposed to be the way they
Mm-hmm.
were made. If it's increased in size,
Mm-hmm.
that's an abnormality. But one thing I can say is, how often you have sex or how often you don't have sex. I really, really don't know about that information, and I refuse to provide false information to people that we're trying to educate.
Okay.
But I have read before in a study that says the more sex you have, the better it is for the male prostate gland. So I'm just
Okay.
going to keep it there. But to say the prostate gland increase in size as a
Mm-hmm.
result of sex, it shouldn't do that, because any increase that is abnormal
Mm-hmm.
means a problem. I don't know if I'm making myself clear.
Yeah, you are making yourself clear. You just crack a
Yeah,
very beautiful point that all of the guys out there are seeing tons of coming on the page. And when you said the more sex you have, the better you protect your prostate. So some of them just clapping, clapping, clapping. I don't know what that for. So,
but
all right,
and that was
patient.
yeah.
Since you are out, can you just give us your parting since we are about to leave and just talk a little more about this all important program that coming out? Encourage people to also come on the 25th. Patient, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, yes, patient. Just give us your party and just encourage people to come to the all important program on the 25th.
Yeah, like I was saying, prevention, prevention, prevention. So we need to emphasize on preventative health. I would like for the community to be at Pastor Chris Church Saturday, the 25th of June, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That day, we're going to be checking people's blood pressure, their blood sugar. We're going to be talking about different disease when it comes to mental health. I know that's Sis Miko's field. That's where she's at. I always laugh and say, "Oh, well, I don't want a lot of mental patient because I know I'll probably get there myself." But now it's mental health. It has to do with everyone. There's a lot that's going on. There's a lot of stress. We are seeing a lot of things that we're not used to seeing. All that is having effects on our health. If I'm stressed, My blood pressure is going to be high. I'm going to eat a lot. I'm going to develop diabetes. So there's a lot of things based on the kind of food I'm eating. Come, let's share what we know with each other. As a community, let's try to be healthy for the next generation. Let's pass on good habits to our incoming generation. Let's talk about our health. That's something we need to do regularly. We need to come together as a community to make sure that our blood pressure are being checked, our blood sugar are being checked. We're talking about our stress. We're talking about what we're going through. Let's not have that mentality of I'm hurting. This person don't need to know because it's not their problem. And then at the end of the day, that progress into a mental health crisis. Let's come and talk about it and make sure that we're fine. Men, let's go and get checked up every year. We need you guys around to be there for us. Let's not just close our eyes to our health and feel like we're okay. Let's pay attention to what is going on. So I encourage the community to be at Pastor Chris Church from 9 to 4. Pop in whenever you can, even if you're working. Just go in, listen to what other people are being able to share with us. I'm going there to know or to hear what I need to know. So I'm going to be checking my blood pressure. I'm going to be checking stuff too. So let's go. We're not just saying that you have to be sick to come. You can be healthy. You can come. But let's just show that habit of checking on our health. So everyone, please come to Pastor Chris Church Saturday, the 25th of June, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Please and thank you.
Thank you so much, patient. Thank you so much. We look forward to hosting you again.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. So there you have it. For the first time, we have seen patient making her debut on the Logan's Hours, and those following us tonight, some of you live in Indianapolis, you don't know who patient is tonight. You heard from her. You know she's a well-learned person. She's at our end, as she stated from the beginning. So we know sometimes when we see her out there, we'll have some health issues. We can also ask her, like the vice president right here. Everybody knows she's in the health field. So we want to say thank you again for exposing one of our own in this community. At least we all know now when we have issues, we see patient in the open. We won't just see her to be one of those ladies that do not contribute to the community, but she has been contributing in so many ways. And this 25th of June will be a very good time for everybody to go up there and see what you people have to offer to the community. But on behalf of the Logans, I want to say thank you, at least, for leaving your busy schedule to show up here again to educate the community more about their health and all of those issues, because a lot of people out there today knows about energy drink, prostate cancer, diabetes, stroke. So there are so many things we are to learn on the 25th. If we all have the time, I ask that if you can go for from 9 to 4, at least an hour, will help you to learn a whole lot. Your health is a wealth. Remember that the vice president said it tonight. So, Sis Miko, I'll just turn to you to just give us your parting tonight.
Well, I just want to say thank you again for having us on the show. Now you see why I was, hesitant to speak and have her speak. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, it's only wise that when you recognize people that have talent, it's always good to push them forward.
It's true.
And I know she's a shy person, but I know the things that she's capable of, and she's done well. I mean, I cannot say any better than she have said it. Everybody, please come out. And I want to say this: if you plan on having your blood sugar checked, don't come fasting. Don't eat, because the when you're fasting, we can get a more accurate blood pressure, and blood sugar, and it can tell us more than when you
Okay.
have had some kind of breakfast. So just come, fasting. Don't eat anything. After we check your blood sugar, you can go ahead and eat. And like she
Okay.
said, we need all our community members to be healthy. And one way that we can do this is to educate, educate, and educate. Please do not take it lightly. Please, I know you know, sometimes people tend to shy away, but please do not. Just come and learn for the sake of yourself and your family. And Mr. Logan, thank you for having us as always. We appreciate this platform, and I pray that greater things will come,
Yeah,
along
yeah.
as we going. Somebody said, "Are you drawing blood?" No, there will be no drawing of blood. But to check your blood sugar, we'll have to do a finger stick to get a little sample to test your blood sugar. I mean, to test for your blood sugar that morning. So there's gonna be no um blood drawing. And besides, the numbers that we're gonna tell you, like I said earlier, has to
Mm-hmm.
be followed up because there are other testing that your provider will have to do based on what you're instructed to do, whether it's to follow up. Your provider will have to do other testing to diagnose you accordingly. So pretty much this is just a baseline screening of you know everybody's health. So
Thank you so much, Sis Miko. Okay.
Mr. Logan.
Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Alrighty. So there you have it. Tonight, trust me, the two people who just left this studio, they are one of our they are some of our bridges in this community. And we want to appreciate them. You know, everyone in the community have something to contribute to this community. In my own right, I'm contributing mine. Sis Miko, she's doing hers. Patient as well, just demonstrated and telling you that come on the 25th, come and know more. There will be other people from the health fields who know more about what we are discussing here. You have the time to listen to more instructions and more, like right now, what I just talked about, uh, energy drink, diabetes, stroke, prostate, and to all of the guys up there, no disrespect to drinking beer. They just spoke about drinking beer as well, and it gave you the good side and the bad side of drinking beer. Those who drink alcohol on a daily basis and those who drink soda on a daily basis make it hard to beat a normal fashion. It was very important education here tonight. And those of you out there, don't take it lightly. If you ought to show up to this all important program coming out on the 25th, do that. It will be helpful for you. It will be so good for our community. And we are encouraging everyone. And I know day after tomorrow, the president going to be here. The president of the Library Association of Indiana, Mr. Rufus Tati. He will be in studio. And I can rest assure you that Mr. Tati going to throw some light on the upcoming 25th of June Health Awareness Day. So, ladies and gentlemen, out there following us tonight, it was very nice that you were able to stick on here. I was trying to make some contact with my own friend. Like I said, I have social friend that are into the things of God. I'm trying to make contact with my friend, Pastor Christopher Falafaya. Yeah, I was trying to connect him to see if he wanted to come and show some light. But I'm hoping that you will be able to meet him at this all important program coming up, because I know Pastor Fada going to be there, and Pastor Fada going to be throwing some light on some issues, and more specifically, Pastor Fada will be speaking to the men, because I know Pastor Fada, even when I used to visit the Carry Tabernacle of Praise, he one of those pastors who just say it as it is. He cares about you. That's why he say the truth to you, because he know only one thing that will set you free. It is the truth that he do not hide for his congregations. So I was trying to make some contact with him, and I know he's unable tonight, but some other time he will be here. Like I've been in contact with Pastor Willie. He's the head of the pastoral board or the pastoral association, whatever name they call it, the churches. So he and myself, we've been in conversations, and I've been trying to reach him for us to at least set up the date, the issue with meet the pastors. He contemplating. They are also getting prepared, but he's been traveling up and back. And I want to say Thursday, don't miss it. Everything you need to know about your community on Thursday. You want to hear from your president? Mr. Rufus Tati. He's going to be here on Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. Come and ask your president all the questions. See the man. The man living power. The man I get fresh. See how the man low young. And on Thursday, Mr. Tati, he will be here to answer some of those basic questions. I'm going to be asking Mr. Tati, how you live in power and you looking so... Anyway, I know if you live in power, so we're going to ask him, Mr. Tati, are you still running? Will you be contesting come November? See how the man looks so young and handsome. See how the man whisker around his mouth. See his hair on his head. See the man face. The man spent 3 years in power and he still low young. He don't lose stress. So this man, he's a political giant. We're going to have him on Thursday. Thursday, we're going to be Mr. Rufus Tati. And we're going to have 2 studio panelists as well. I'm going to have a co-host and I'm going to have another person who will be here as one of the hosts as well. So you're going to be 3 people to Mr. Rufus Tati. So the question, you can rest assured, you can know the question going to be coming from all angles. I say, hit Mr. Tati going to answer. Then more specifically, you, our people that make this show so important to us, you are following. We're going to take your questions as always. We're going to read your questions because your questions are real-time questions. Some of your questions are so sensitive. And we will have the great young scientists of our community that we are so proud of. He will also be making his contributions. One thing about him, he always follow every development of the community. Those he's busy now trying to obtain his PhD, but he will also be following the program on Thursday. So all of you out there that want to know more about the program on Thursday, Mr. Tati going to be here. You want to know about your election coming up. You want to know about your election commissioners. You want to know about your July 26. You want to know about what's the standing of the community. You want to know why the young people and the old people, why they are shying away from the community events. You want to know everything about your community. You will hear from the president. And I will be breaking protocol. Though he's the president of the Liberian community, but we will play the national anthem for the president to come on. Because he's the president of the Liberian Association in Indiana. So on Thursday, join the conversation. Don't miss the conversation. The president going to be in studio. We want to say hats up to the Logan's Our Queen. She's here tonight. Tutu McCarthy. She's here as well. Welcome, my dear sister Tutu McCarthy. We want to say to my dear brother Albert, he's in Florida shooting. He's from the team Parker. Mr. Prince Bono Albert. I want to say enjoy your vacation. I know you suspend politics for now. You're in Florida enjoying yourself, and I saw some of your beautiful pictures and things that you're having fun. Enjoy, man. Team Tati all the way, and I look forward to seeing you when you get back here. What's matter for our community is the best. So wherever side you're on, we are brothers, and politics cannot separate us. But enjoy your visit. When you come back, we'll talk politics. When you're away, enjoy while away. So to all of our people who are following us tonight, we want to say thank you. Thanks to my Annie Gibson. Thanks for always following our show. My dear brother, Annie George. My dear brother, wife here. So, Annie, the other day, your husband and myself, we talked and I called your phone. I'm sorry about the unfortunate situation. It happens, but God meant the better for you. And that's why you stay among us. The accident wasn't meant for you. That's why you survived it. And I know with all of the difficulties going to the hospital back and forth, I'm sure that you're strong enough. You ought to watch the show. You're taking care of your family. Thank you for taking care of my brother Melvin George as well. We pray that God will always be there for your family and strengthen you. Thanks for joining Logan's Hour. So July 9, get ready. July 9, 2022, the Yanti family, the daughters and sons, and everybody of the Yanti family will be appreciating their father, Mr. John Yanti. It's going to be a dinner. It's going to be at 3740 Lafayette Road, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46222. So get ready. Get your dancing shoe. Mr. Jeremiah Saleh, the man said he can dance. Jeremiah, all that more. Every day I hear Jeremiah can dance, Jeremiah can dance. That info, yeah. You will see me. I will wear red shoe at Mr. Yenti dinner. And let's get on the dance floor. I will ask Hottie Pamo and my dear brother Morris do up. Because only person I can dance by all the about Morris. And one person I know, Fisi, that can dance at Joseph Silly. Oh, Joseph Silly, Fisi. But the only thing you can do, you can tap with that small finger. So, at that dinner, we're going to be there. Trust me, it's going to be a nice dinner. We will enjoy ourselves. Everybody wear your dancing shoe. Wear your dancing shoe. We are going to appreciate Mr. John Yenti, Jeremiah Umba, the man will dance because the man will be dancing. Then go to the papi. Yeah, papi, thank you for putting the fun. Oh my gosh. Jeremiah, I'm picking on you today. I know you just laughing, sitting there ready for me, man. So y'all get ready. Morris, we want the Morris baby shower. Morris say he can dance. Morris, you can dance. Morris, you can dance. Jeremiah will prove it to you. Come ready. Wear your shoes. Everybody in town here, we encouraging everybody to please show up to this all-important dinner from Mr. John Yenti. His children trying to appreciate him. You all know Mr. Yenti is a very good man. He's now all around the community. He's a very respected man. He have lived in the community for some time. He exemplified a character that every young person want to emulate. So the family of John Yenti say, please join us on June 9, 2022 to celebrate Mr. John Yenti. So they'll be having his dinner. It's going to be at 3740 Lafayette Road, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46222. For more information, you can call Patient K. Silly. Her number is 317-737-0599. 317-737-0599. Please call the number only for this program that I'm talking about. Any other thing you call the number for, when you call your name to me, I will call your name on this show, name you and shame you. Next number to call is Patrick Yenti. His number is 847-942-1263. I repeat, Patrick Yenti number is 847-942-1263. So come to this all-important appreciation dinner for our dear Pop, Mr. John Yenti, and his entire family are going to be there to appreciate him. We look forward to seeing the entire community at this all-important program. But don't forget, if you're a resident of this community, the president is going to be here. All the goodies the president have in store for you. Come and ask the president. Come and ask him why you spent 3 years in power, why you're about to leave power and you get so young. Let the president give her his secret, why he don't lose stress. Why other people leave power, they have gray hair, and he leaving power, hair all turned black. Mr. President, we look forward to hosting you on Thursday, and there will be some tough questions. There will be some of my studio panelists here will be asking the president some real difficult questions. And I know Mr. Rufus Tati, he's a politician, he's a seasoned politician too. He knows a way around those things. So we look forward to having a very friendly conversation. We'll not be combative to fire our president in studio, but it's just going to be asking him some basic question that has to do with the Liberian community. And also maybe they might try to expand outside the Liberian community. What I say that we are doing outside of the Liberian community. So we look forward to having everybody here on Thursday as we interview the president in our studio. So if you have your question, if you want to start asking your question, you can also start asking your question. We'll record all of your questions. You can send your question to this number. We'll also take questions from live, and we'll also take questions from live call in as well. So to all of those following us tonight, I want to say thank you so much. Thanks for joining the Logan's Hour. It's a very good time for always joining the Logan Hour, 6 o'clock on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We are so blessed to have you people, and we look forward to having you on Thursday. Peace, shalom, and have a good night. Thank you.